All right, I'm Randy Seals. I was born in McMinnville, Tennessee, where I was raised, Middle Tennessee. Went to school at Tennessee Tech and lived in just outside of Nashville for several years. I started in racing. A lot of influence from my father, as most boys are. My uncle, which would be my dad's sister's husband. Sitting around with them when I was a real little kid. They raced dirt cars. I went to a few races there before I really knew what was going on with that. Raced go-karts in high school and a lot of the normal stories that I guess you get. Then probably right out of college, I started working on some late models at Nashville Speedway, and one thing led to another, and followed the driver that I was helping there to start his career in 1999 at LAR in Nashville. It was a Busch Series back then. And went to trucks, Bobby Hamilton Racing, there in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, and had a lot of good memories. Learned a lot from Bobby and just a lot of guys around there. And moved to North Carolina in 2006 with Front Row Motorsports. Back in 2006, when Bob was just getting his deal started, got noticed by Ray Evernham and went to Evernham for 3 years there, running an R&D deal. And went back to Bob at Front Row Motorsports 2010, and then been with Roush ever since 2011. And been a race engineer with Roush since 2012. Race engineer, honestly, so I started off my career early in the Busch Series, mostly truck series, as a crew chief, and most of the decisions that I would make toward a setup 20 years ago as a crew chief, I do today as a race engineer. I just don't have to worry about all the management parts of that. Race engineer does a lot with looking at data for the tires, camber, toe, a lot of technical stuff that you probably don't care about as a fan, but helps the performance of the car. My most memorable win is probably Homestead 2003 with Bobby Hamilton. It was right after the repave, and went down and tested, and Bobby and I were working pretty close on the truck, doing the tests and trying some different things. And we were fastest in practice, sat on the pole, led the most laps, won the race. And we took that truck back to the shop, and engineers, we had one engineer for 3 race teams back then, but the crew chiefs got together with a chassis manufacturer, or the chassis builder at that time, and we built a truck off of that Homestead truck, and Bobby went on the next year and won the championship. So that was a pretty special event to win with that capacity in the truck series, and in hindsight with Bobby's life being cut so short with cancer, and being such a good friend to me and everyone else. He treated all the guys on his truck team like family, and so that was pretty special to have been a part of that program.